Okay. Welcome back. Here's a Her Show. Yours truly, Diamond K in here. Miss Sweet Tea, how you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yes. Lot has been going on, but it seems like the conversation dominating Will Smith and Chris Rock and obviously Jada Pinkett. Fallout. The fallout is continuing. I still have not. I don't know for a fact whether or not Will Smith is going to jail or not. At least for a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? It's possible. It could happen, right? It could happen. I've seen crazier things happen.
What? Jail for what?
Who knows? You know what I mean? Police will find a way to put a black man in jail, at least have him do the perp walk, something. Assault, probably. White people are outraged. And so he may, I don't know. Okay, so obviously after the smack happened, we talked. So you've had a couple of days to marinate on it and think about it.
As the slap happened, I called you immediately. And all we could do was just laugh.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to tell you why I was calling you.
Right.
You knew immediately why I was calling you. And it was like at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And so I don't feel too much differently about it now than I did then. But what are your thoughts on what did you see happen?
I saw Will walk down the aisle and slap a grown ass man for disrespecting his wife.
Now, were you shocked? Were you shocked by that?
Yes, and I know Chris Rock was shocked by it too when he saw Will walking towards him. He probably like, this is Will, we're acquaintances. He probably gonna say something to me like, what is he going to say? This is Will Smith. Will Smith is known for being corny, the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't expect Will Smith to come towards you and slap the fur off your ass. Like he slapped the pubic fur off of his growing area.
And so there's so much.
Go back and sit down.
Yeah, sit back down. Yeah.
It says, don't you ever
keep my wife's name
out your fucking mouth. And he said it not once, but twice, which means he really meant that shit. What's that when people were like, I felt that.
Yeah. So I have a whole theory about this. And my initial thoughts and how I think what I think happened now are different because I've had time to process it. I've had time to analyze it from multiple angles, perspectives, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that joke was written.
I don't think it was written.
Here's why I'm gonna tell you why. I believe that production knew that the joke was going to happen, but they didn't know his reaction. Here's why I say the joke was written. So they have rehearsal.
All right.
So they have rehearsal. Will Smith knew that the joke was coming. Okay. He knew that there was potential that the joke was going to come. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. So he said, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, right? Now, so it was like, when it happened, it was almost like we missed part of everything that was going on. It was like, why is his energy level here? Like, why is he saying these things? The way that he said, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, was said in a way like, I told you, I told you to not, and you did it anyway. So when you have the Oscars and events like this, they have what is commonly referred to as a dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
right?
I understand that.
Let me finish. So Chris Rock said that he didn't say this during rehearsal. He didn't react like this during rehearsal. He knew that the joke was coming. Will Smith and Jada knew the joke was coming. I believe that Will Smith said, "Don't say that joke. Don't say that. Don't say anything about my wife. Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Before the show started, rehearsal. I think that he put out there that he didn't want the joke to happen. Now, here's why I say that the joke was written and production knew that the joke was going to happen. Chris Rock says the joke. The camera immediately goes to Will and Jada. If the production did not know, and you and I have been involved in many productions, if production does not know that you're going to say this joke, if this joke was just off the cuff, they wouldn't have been able to go and throw to Will and Jada's reaction that quickly because they didn't know it was coming. But they knew it was coming, which is why the camera immediately went on them. Now, they did not know that Will was going to react the way he reacted, but they did know the joke was coming. And Will knew that the joke was coming. So the reason why I believe he laughed was that it wasn't a "that's a funny joke" laugh. It was a "I can't believe this nigga said this just when I told him not to." He looks at Jada. Jada's reaction was what it was. So now he's mad. Now he's like, "I told this nigga not to say this." He walks up to the stage. He smacks him. He sits back down. Now he's on 10, right? Now adrenaline is going, right? And now he says, "Keep my wife's name out their mouth," whatever. Because he already told him to keep my wife's name out their mouth. You didn't know about that part. Huh?
So that's why he said, "Like I said."
Right. Because he said, "Like I said." When did you say? You had to already have said. Right. So Chris Rock felt like, okay, we're gonna do the joke. Will. He ain't gonna. He
from Bel Air. He the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Right. So that's what happened. And so a lot of people are saying all these things, and there's a lot at play here. But I think that this was more about Will feeling like he needed to prove something and feeling that he already told Chris Rock not to say the joke. Just keep my wife's name. Oh, can I say this? Can I say that? How about some ribs? How about this? No, keep her name out your mouth. Don't say nothing, right? And then we get to the show and you say something after I told you not to. So his laugh was, because the joke wasn't funny to me.
No, it definitely wasn't.
His laugh was, "No, this nigga did not." You know that laugh? Like when you tell somebody don't do something and they do it anyway, that laugh, that ain't a funny laugh. That's a "I told this nigga" laugh. You think I'm bullshit. You think I'm joking. Oh, you think I'm really the Fresh Prince. Let me go up here and it was like that.
And give him this Philly.
Yes, let me give him this Philly cheesesteak. And and so that's how we got what we got. Now, he didn't have any fear. Will Smith didn't have any fear of anything happening because he's like, "I'm Will Smith. You know, what are they going to do? Kick me out?"
Kick him out. He told me he wasn't leaving, and he didn't.
This is why Eddie Murphy said this a long time ago in Raw. You don't know who people are, right? You know who the image is that you see on TV. But if somebody told you last week that Will Smith is going to walk on stage at a live event, smack the host, cuss him out, sit back down, refuse to leave, you'd be like, "Man, shut up." No, he ain't.
Get an Oscar.
And then go up and get an Oscar, right? And then go into role. He went into character, started crying.
Yes.
He is an actor, right?
Yes, he is.
He is an actor. And he is from Philly. People get it. People get it confused. Philly's just like Baltimore. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Philly is just like Baltimore. They just wear their beards different, and they put more.
Jada gave him that Baltimore, like, "Nigga, you just you ain't gonna say shit."
Yeah. But a lot of things I saw. The other thing that I noticed when I saw this. No, go ahead. What?
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just was getting kind of irritated
with what?
in people stating that Will was wrong for defending his wife because she cheated. And I'm just like, are we really going here? This is what you have. This is what you're saying. This has to do with this situation that happened right now. Like, you want to say that she embarrassed him and been cheating on him and all this stuff. What does this have to do on this man telling this distasteful joke and Will taking up for his wife? I just was getting irritated. I had to keep on. Oh my gosh, I was online all day, just going back and forth with people on your page.
Oh my! Well, let me say this. We talked about this, and I posted a clip from it, weeks before this happened. She did not cheat on him. They have an open relationship. They have. So why are you going to smack August when he knew he's sleeping with her? That's why they would say it was friendly, like he knew him, because that's within the boundaries of their marriage. Is that your marriage? No, but that's their marriage. And so, yeah. So he knew about that, and he clearly does his own thing as well.
Exactly.
So no, he's not going. It wasn't that she cheated on him. I think people are confused.
And everybody was like, well, he did know. I said, Will wasn't pissed off at the fact of what Jada did, her action. No. Will was pissed off at the disclosure of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, why is this motherfucker over here running his mouth? Like,
right. He was mad because, like, look, I got my folks in check. They don't say nothing, and you got this one out here running his mouth to sell an album.
This one in love.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? He like, as long as we've been doing this, and then you gonna go and get this one. So August Alsina is totally different, and so he didn't look at that as disrespect.
And I just had to keep on. And when I break what you just said, I've been saying this for years about.
Yeah, we have definitely said this for years.
Yes, and I'm saying this on your comment and on your page. So now, after I done broke it down, now I need to get a life. Your followers told me I need to get a life. I'm too into these people business. I need to do something with my
life. That's funny. I gotta see this. This is on
Facebook.
They
told me you know too much about these people business. You need to do something with your time, and you need to get a life. And I was like, you're on my producer's online radio show page. This is what we do. We are internet trolls.
Right. Right. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
3:00 in the morning, Diamond.
Oh, wow.
My husband like.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, to me, it is clear and obvious that they have a.
It works for them.
Yeah, it works for them, and I've said this for a long time. You've said this for a long time. We don't know every detail of their relationship, but we clearly know that they don't have a customary relationship. You can see by the way he ran up on the stage or walked up on the stage and smacked Chris Rock at the show. This is not a normal everyday relationship.
Exactly. And then my thing is, Chris Rock knows how Black women feel about their hair. He did a whole fucking documentary on Black women and hair. He knows how we feel about our hair. Mm-hmm. He knows that.
Mm-hmm.
LAPD was going to lock Will ass up. They said the LAPD going to lock Will ass up. Will almost went to jail.
Yeah, that is true. Of course. So you have a black man, smacking another black man at this highly televised event, right?
He would have been locked up if he smacked a white man. He would have been. They would have.
Okay, that's a good point. I was talking about this with my father yesterday. Let's say that Jimmy Kimmel makes that joke. Although I don't think Jimmy Kimmel would have made the joke.
Yeah, he would have done
it. Pretend that a white comedian who's an edgy white comedian. I can't really think of any. Gary Owens, maybe.
Yeah, no, he's black comedian.
Gary Owens not black.
In the inside, he is.
Oh, I'm sure, who's a white edgy comedian? I don't know.
Dean Cain.
Who?
Dean Cook. Dean Cook.
I don't know who that. Who's? Let me see. Who's that? Who? You said Dean Cook?
Yeah.
He's not edgy. He's British.
He's a comedian, right?
Yeah, but somebody edgy, like somebody that's I don't know.
None.
Oh, Howard Stern. Somebody say Howard Stern. Okay.
Howard Stern. Okay.
Howard Stern. You're absolutely right. Let's say that Howard Stern is at the show and makes this joke. Does Will Smith smack Howard Stern?
I just don't think Howard would say it.
Let's say, okay, so
the Oscars set Chris Rock up.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of it, but they didn't know. It's just like we don't know. Let's say that
we got a black man degrading a black woman.
Let's say that Steve Harvey says this joke.
He would have got slapped.
Is he smacking Steve Harvey?
Yeah, he would have slapped the shit out of Steve Harvey. His whole wig would have fell off or swerved to the right.
He don't wear that hair. He wear a bald head now.
We would have heard that slap.
Oh, let's say that if Bernie Mac had said it, we had smacked Bernie Mac.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not fucking gonna say this about Jada.
No, I don't think Bernie Mac would have said it either. Yeah, I don't think Bernie Mac would have said it either. But
I said Will is unstable. What's wrong with Will?
Oh, there's a lot wrong with Will.
Will been getting high?
No, it's mental. Oh, somebody he said Steve getting smacked. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Steve would have got smacked.
Steve getting smacked. What else? Oh man, that's funny.
Steve would have swung back though.
Okay, so Sean says that Jada has Will off balance.
Why?
Why is she off balance? I don't know.
Sean, why do you think that Jada has Will off balance? It's because she's. I don't understand. Like
no, Sean Mark said, I think he's right. I mean, Will is something's going on. Something's going on.
Why do you feel that she has him? Look how long they've been together.
That has nothing to do with the result of his. Okay, let's say that I'm thinking of rappers who supposedly have this image. 50 Cent, Game. If it was Tupac wouldn't have walked on stage at the Oscars and smacked the host. 50 Cent wouldn't have done it either.
They would have waited after.
Right. But they wouldn't have walked on stage during the Oscars and done that. So Will Smith there's definitely something going on, right?
I mean, maybe she's just so euphoric to him.
Sean says Steve going in on Will.
Yeah, that's what I say. If Will slapped Steve would have slapped the shit back out of Will. It would have been a fight.
Now, let's say Kevin Hart's from Philly. Will Will have smacked Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart's smaller than Chris Rock. Oh, he said anybody could have got it that night. Anybody could have got it that night. Yeah, it's possible. Now, but here's what would have happened. And I'm going to tell you, he better be lucky that Jim Carrey wasn't the host. I think Jim Carrey would have said the joke. And Jim Carrey, as I would have, if it had been me as the host and I said the joke, I wouldn't have said the joke, but pretended I said the joke. And Will smacked me, I would have fell down on that stage. I would have rolled off the stage and hit the ground, and I would have been suing his ass. Okay.
Jim Carrey would have been like, "All righty then."
Yeah, and that's how you gotta play. That's how you gotta play that game. That's the game. You know, Will Smith played his "I'm untouchable, I'm Will Smith" card, and he better be lucky.
It's more to do with a black man respecting another black man more than it has to do with Jada. But
let me read that again. It has more to do with a black man respecting another black man more than it has to do with Jada. I don't understand what that means.
Oscar made a black man disrespect a black woman for no reason. Okay, I see what you're saying. So, ego. Are we talking about ego? Are we talking about Will Smith's ego and him feeling like people don't respect his gangster? He's not gangster.
Well, not evidently he is. He's more gangster than any of the rappers we done seen in a while. All the little rappers, all the baby rappers, all he got more gangster than all of them. He ain't had no backup. Well, I guess he need no backup for Chris Rock, but Chris Rock did handle it like a professional though.
And then they're like, yeah, Chris Rock, he still, he showed up at his I guess he just did a show.
Yeah, the show last night.
And he was like, they was like, oh, he got a standing ovation. I'm like, the only reason why he got a standing ovation because those people were so fucking happy that he showed up and they paid money for them fucking tickets.
Yeah, they had already bought them tickets. They had been bought them tickets.
Thank goodness I ain't waste my money.
All right, you see what Sean said. Sean says he had some good comments. Take the color out of it. Jada isn't above a joke. Okay. I see where you're going there, Sean. All right, let me say this. Me and Devon's mother went to a comedy show one time, and we went, and the headlining act was oh my goodness, what is his name? Cat Williams. And we were late. Can you believe it? We were late. And we were on the second row.
I believe y'all was late.
We were late. We were on the second row. And I looked fly, right? It was the 90s. She looked very nice as well. She had on a very short outfit, right?
Like how you like
He burnt us up the whole time. We trying to get to the whole excuse me, trying to get to our seat type of thing. And you don't want to come late for a comedian, right? Got you. I expected it. When we got there, when we was in the parking lot and we were already late, I already knew that we was going to get it, right? That's not the same thing as being at the Oscars, okay? So just to give people a little bit of light, Will Smith knew he was going to win the award, okay? He knew that. That's why they sat him in the front. He was aware of that. So that was no surprise. But the thing that they have called a roast, when they roast somebody, when the whole evening is about comedians just insulting a person, that's different. You know that's coming, right? This was not a roast.
This was the Oscar.
Now, yeah, so I understand that. And he made other jokes about other people. So Jada is not above a joke, right? Does that mean because you go somewhere, because a comedian is going to do something that they can just say whatever they want without, I don't know, you reacting? Is there something that's too far? Or because somebody's a comedian, they got this magical shield that they can say whatever they want?
Say anything they want. And that's when you get on me about the Fifth Amendment all the time. Because, and I feel as though even though there is a Fifth Amendment freedom of speech, you can say what you want to say, but there's a repercussion of you saying the shit that comes out your mouth, and you should be prepared for it.
Right, definitely.
Definitely.
Regardless. I have been, in the neighborhood or talking to friends. We talking, and then the conversation gets serious, and somebody say too much, and somebody gets popped. Yes, that you can go too far. And you can say, when the person gets popped, what do they always say? Man, I was just playing. I was just playing. It was just a joke.
You taking it too far. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can take it too far. And then after that, the next day, we could be cool again, right? But you took it too far, right? You took it too far. And people always talk about the First Amendment. And yes, the First Amendment, you do have the First Amendment to say whatever you want to say. And somebody has free will, and you don't know how they're going to react. Somebody said First Amendment.
Did I say the Fifth?
First.
I think I said the Fifth Amendment.
I'm talking about what somebody just said, the First Amendment. Yeah, but it is the Fifth. Plead the Fifth, right?
Yeah.
What do you say? He said first, you said fifth. What are we talking about?
We talking about the First Amendment. The Fifth Amendment is to plead
yes.
Not to speak.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sean says that Will Smith is an icon. He should have took it to Twitter or approached Chris even during a commercial break, not live on camera. Come on, Will. That's why I say he is off balance under Jada. All right. Yeah, no, I get it. I get what he's saying,
He's
and
a man and he's human.
definitely, this is a lot of times
Fuck
why.
an icon, fuck being a celebrity or having money. He's a man and he has human emotion. And he's saying that his wife was really fucked up about the joke. And the reason why her hair is like that, Jada don't want to be bald. She's just living the moment of dealing with the situation and making the best out of it. But she don't want to be bald. What woman really wants to be bald? It's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he made that joke. Having
Ooh,
daughters.
somebody said she wasn't a narcissist.
Continue to say she. So Jada's the narcissist. Okay.
Ooh, she should have
Okay.
stopped making an ass of herself. Go ahead, Katina.
Okay. Yeah. So she went in. She went in on emotion has a lot of men in charge. Absolutely. That is exactly where I was going. Sean is on point with that. When I saw this situation, it reminded me of why so many of our men are dead and in jail because of a split second reaction to perceived disrespect. So I go shoot them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, this did not go further than it went, but it went pretty far.
I work with 1,200 men that are emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Headache.
His and Her show on Fire Television, onfiretelevision.com.
I know if that was my husband, he better would have went on up there and smacked the shit out of him because we would have had it would have been a problem.
GT Entertainment says real men take the risk.
Woo, 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 woo.
Okay.
That's right, because if that was my husband, he better get up there and smack the shit out of him.
GT Entertainment, where you from? You sound like you from West Baltimore. Okay. Real men take the risk. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunately for Will Smith, well, I guess fortunately for Will Smith, he's not going to
go to jail. He got
he's
money.
He's not going to face real repercussions. But what it makes me worried is the millions of people that are watching him and his actions. Right now, they're going to take it upon themselves. Some student in a classroom going to get mad at something that the teacher said, and he's going to try to smack the teacher.
He's been smacking the teacher's diamond.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, let's try something else. Some comedian is going to be on stage and somebody going to try to run up on the stage or something like that. You know what I mean? What about that?
Comedians, they better have peripheral vision.
Oh, shit. Of course.
And security. Somebody was like, "Where?"
GT Entertainment from the east side. Okay, there it is. I shouldn't say you from Baltimore, right? Because it's just regular. Yeah, I know it. He said for real. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, we're going to have this. So how far is too far to go to protect your family? Like, is there a line that is too far that you can go?
You already know I've been put up.
Well, yeah,
protecting my husband.
You have. Yeah, you got in fights. Can you tell the story about the fight that y'all got into with security in the club?
What's that club name? Identity.
Now it's called Loyalty Lounge, but then I believe it was called Identity. Yeah.
Me and my husband were attacked brutally by the bouncers at Identities because another patron thought that me dancing with my husband was too provocative and she didn't want to see it. And she was a regular. So since she didn't want to see it, I guess the bouncer was her man or something. She told them to tell us to stop dancing. And we didn't. And so they chose to put us out of the establishment. Long story short, the bouncer put his arm around my husband's neck and lifted him up, and I cleared that bitch out.
Wow. I didn't realize that's how it was. So when you say you cleared it out, like what do you mean?
I took a Guinness stout bottle and I busted the bouncer in his face and busted his shit open to drop my husband to let him release him. Once I did that, then it was like 8 bouncers against me and my husband.
Wow.
And we fought like Bonnie and Clyde in that bitch. In the Sally Port other bar, they called the police on me. I got locked up. I stopped breathing like Freddie Gray in the back, and they called 911 and took me out.
Wow. I didn't even realize it was that much.
Yeah. I stopped breathing though.
That's serious. Sean says Will has a spotless reputation as a good guy up till now. You know how they say one bad thing can erase a lot of good. It's Will Smith, a beautiful reputation, in and out of Hollywood, even now dealt with entanglement. Now he has
everybody gonna still watch the front. He's still gonna make his money off of Peacock and all that. I mean, Will has already met his plateau in his career. Like,
yeah. So you don't think that this is too much for him to recover from?
Recover from what? He really not. He don't even act like that no more. So
he don't act like what no more?
He don't have good movies like that no more. Like
he was at an Oscar for winning an award in a movie.
What movie though?
The movie about Serena, the Williams sisters. Okay, have either of you seen that movie? G.I. Jane was a badass. Jada looks like that with the cut. I mean,
yeah, but Katina,
so Katina's saying she does look like. She says she does
when
look
that
like,
movie came out, it was like they were talking about, women looking like men. Like it was just a lot of diversity when Demi Moore did that movie. It was Demi, right?
Yeah.
Like she looked like a dyke, lesbian. Like it was like a whole bunch of shit with that movie when she did that movie.
Yeah. I posted a link. If folks want to join the conversation, they can come on the screen.
Jada don't want a bald head.
Yeah, Katina says it don't matter. She look like her. That's what Katina's saying.
She don't want a bald head. She's just dealing with it and making the best of what's going on with it.
Yeah. Sean is saying that she didn't look horrible. Okay. So.
Yeah, she don't, because Jada is a very beautiful woman. Like, but I don't think she wants to be bald.
Yeah.
She really loved her hair. Like, she was a hair girl. Even though she kept a short haircut, she's always... Jada ain't gonna wear a wig, y'all. She's never worn wigs, like fake hair like that. So she's gonna rock this bald head.
Sean says that you go hard. Will's too soft for you.
Who, Will Smith?
Yeah, he's too soft for you. Is what he said. You go hard, okay?
And you know what? And it's a balance because my husband is a very laid back. My husband,
real chill.
Like real chill.
But here's the thing about Herbie, and clearly the thing about Will as well. Everybody has a line, right? There is a point where you can snap, and then you can say, you thought you knew me, but you know what I mean.
Look, this what it is,
right? I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
And get loud, like I stops.
Oh yeah. GT Entertainment says that Chris Rock was more wrong than Will.
That's right, GT.
So you agree with that?
Yes, I do. Okay. I just don't like it how they just try to make him a black man degrade another black woman.
So Katina's saying that I misquoted her. Katina, you can come on the feed if you want. You can turn your camera on or don't turn your camera on. The link is right. The link is right here.
What's
the link that says StreamYard. You can jump on here if you want. You can have your camera on or not have your camera on. It's fine.
What's the link? Nobody watched that. Thank you, GT. Nobody watched King Richard.
He's talking about G.I. Jane. He ain't talking about King Richard.
Oh, ain't nobody watched King
Hold
Richard.
up. I got GT, ENT. Be clear. Are you talking about nobody watched G.I. Jane or nobody watched King Richard?
I didn't know why he was getting the Oscar. Like,
okay. Yeah, this link right here, T, is in the comment section. If anybody wants to join, they can come on the screen with us. That link right there.
Here's the link.
Yeah, it's in the comment section. You want me to put it on your page? And you can turn your camera on or not turn your camera on, or you can continue to put it in the comment section. It's up to you. Okay, Sean says, I don't want his career to end on this note. He must do something with Chris Rock that will erase this. Will Smith makes his own movies. His career is not ending over this. Katina, what did I get wrong? Okay.
Oh, she called you.
Yeah, she called you my government name. What did I get wrong? Okay, you said, I don't know, what did she say? I don't know, that was a while ago.
I think you was when you was talking about, she said about the bald head.
Okay, so she said she wore wigs. I didn't say did you say she didn't wear wigs?
Well, yeah. I've never seen Jada really wear wigs like that, Katina.
Yeah, I did. I mean, in movies, I've seen her wear.
Yeah, in movies, but like her normal everyday, she rather.
All right, Katina says, so why do you laugh? All right, so I talked about this earlier. I believe that, and let me say this again. During rehearsal, it was said some of the jokes. Chris Rock had revealed that he was going to say these jokes. The Smiths family knew that he was going to say these jokes. Will didn't want him to say the joke. Will said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Don't say nothing. He was like, Chris Rock's like, oh, can I say this? Can I say that? No, don't say nothing. Keep her name out your mouth. Boom. All right. The show happens. He says the joke. Now, here's why I say this, that it was written and they knew. The production team turns the microphone immediately on Will and Jada. In order for that to happen, the production crew, Will Packer and all the friends, had to know that it was going to happen so you can say, hey, camera B, get camera B on Will Smith and Jada, and boom, and they already know where it's at. That's why it happened immediately. Will laughs because he's laughing like, no, this nigga didn't. I told him not to say it. He glances over, he sees Jada, he walks up on the stage, he smacks him. That's why his reaction was like that, because I already told this nigga, don't say nothing about my wife. That's why when he sat back down, he said, like I said, keep my wife's name out your mouth, right?
And then he said it again.
And he said it more than once. And that's why it happened like that. So that's why his laughter was not a, ha, that's the funniest joke laugh. No, his laugh was a, I could not believe this nigga said that. This nigga tried me. I am about to get jiggy with it.
He don't listen.
Right. Chris Rock didn't listen. Chris Rock did not listen. I want to hear Shayna is backstage. I want to hear what Shayna has to say.
Shayna!
So she got her camera off, which is fine. Turn your mic on, Shayna. I want to hear your opinion on Will Smith
rocking the rock,
smacking Chris Rock. Okay, we'll see. Oh, so she still got her mic on mute. Okay, when you let me know, you take your mic off mute.
Yeah, well, wish to hear your voice, Shayna.
Yeah, but hearing your voice is fine. All right. So you need to unmute yourself.
She know how to work it.
Yeah, she. Oh yeah, she.
I know how to work it.
Okay.
Hey, T. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Oh, that's always good.
So, Shayna, you saw Will Smith assault Chris Rock for telling bad jokes.
Yes.
Protecting his family.
Uh-huh.
Were you shocked and appalled by this?
Absolutely.
Really?
Well, yes.
Do tell. So he did too much? He did. Why you say that?
It's because I'm shocked. I can't say that he did too much. I mean, at the end of the day,
I think everybody was shocked, Diamond.
I think comedians have to be aware of what they say. Now, it would have been different if Jada wasn't sitting right there. Okay, tell your joke. But she was sitting right there. And it was hurtful to her. So, did anyone think that that man was going to get up there and smack him? Absolutely not. Oh, I thought it was a joke like everybody else. Like, oh, this got to be a skit. And I think I went through like 4 different videos before I was like, nah, this is real.
Yeah. No, I agree. So let's say, first of all, have you ever been in a situation where you've been with somebody and something disrespectful happened and whoever you was with reacted or was getting ready to react? Yes. Oh, can you tell us a little bit about this story?
I mean, they didn't react because I don't believe in allowing such stuff to occur, which I will say I've always been very mindful to make sure that I don't put whoever I'm with in situations like that. But I don't think that they could have prevented that. I mean, Chris Rock decided to tell a joke.
Right.
Do I think Will should have got up there and smacked him? No, I don't think it was the perfect place, but who am I to judge? That's his wife, and that's his feeling. So I don't know.
Yeah, so if your significant other reacts in a way like this, are you mad? Are you trying to stop it? Like, if you're Jada, how are you feeling?
I absolutely would have stopped him.
Okay.
Jada didn't stop him because Jada loved it.
What? So you saying Baltimore women are hood and love violence?
No, I'm not saying
she laughed.
He ain't hold him back.
She didn't. I think that you, T, or Shayna, if the guy gets up, I think y'all grab him. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Sit down. I think y'all gonna grab him and try to stop him. Jada didn't make no move.
I would have said that too.
You would have sat there?
Yes, I would have been like, you just gonna let this motherfucker?
No, I would have stopped. I think.
They would have grabbed.
Yeah.
I mean, now if we outside, I ain't stopping now because at this point, you need, but not at the Oscars, not in the. No, I would have stopped them.
Jada ain't care. She ain't stop him. She ain't budge.
She laughed.
She laughed.
Cool.
She laughed. Yeah.
She chuckled like.
She make it. Where's she from? She from East Baltimore?
I think she from West.
No, I don't know about that. I
think Jada from West Baltimore.
I'm gonna need somebody to give me the facts. Is Jada from East or West?
Jada from
that seems like some East side. That seems like some East side shit right there.
Yeah.
You won't tell that joke again.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, he won't tell that joke again. Does this make Chris Rock concerts more valuable? Do people want to go see Chris Rock even more now?
Well, the sales went up, and last night was his first show, and they played some of the audio from it. A lot of people were supportive of him, and so, yeah. And they're waiting to go and see, I'm most certain, to see if he's going to talk about it again, or if he's going to bring it up or address it. And right now, he's not addressing it.
So GT Entertainment said they were talking about King Richard. Nobody saw King Richard. Shayna, have you seen King Richard?
No.
Okay.
I watched it.
So nobody watched King Richard?
No, did you watch it?
I heard it was good.
No, I didn't.
I wasn't watching it.
I do want to see it. I just haven't seen it.
I saw the previews. I did see the previews. Jermaine says that he doesn't think it was degrading. G.I. Jane was strong. Here's the thing, right? G.I. Jane was strong, but Chris Rock did not make the correlation between Jada and G.I. Jane because of strength. It was strictly on the haircut.
A bald head.
It was strictly on the haircut. If y'all remember the previews, like she had hair and then she went in the army, whatever, and then they cut all the hair off, like you do when you join the army. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and it was a jab. I don't think anybody could say it's not a jab when it's not you. That lady, it's not like she chose to cut her hair and go short. She had to because she was losing her hair. So that's a part of being whoever you are. Well, I mean, men go through that. Men don't like to lose their hair. They go get toupees. They go get weaves now. I mean, so it was hurtful to her. And she literally just addressed it. So to tell a joke about it and everybody in there laughing at you.
Yeah.
And she is definitely don't do people laughing at her on her expense.
Wow. Katina had a couple things to say, and I can't wait to get into some of this stuff that Katina. So Katina.
It should say that Jada is from Baltimore. They don't say.
They don't say where.
I think she's from the West Side.
Wait, in other words, you think she's from the West Side? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have to look into that a little bit deeper. Sean says, why don't we think that this is going to affect or impact his career?
Because I just feel like Will is at the plateau in his life. Like, I mean, I just don't think like he's already.
Shayna, are you a fan of Will Smith?
I just think that Will has accomplished everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am a Will Smith fan. I do think.
Are you still a fan?
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
people make mistakes. People do things. I mean, we are all human. I would never put something on a celebrity that I would want to put on myself. We all react to certain things, and nobody knows what this man or his family has been going through. So I'm not going to take away his craft because he went up there and smacked Chris Rock. No. But
it's just spooky anyway.
I do think if he has any intention on continuing to work in his industry, it is going to have some sort of an impact because Hollywood's split right now. You got some people who think it was completely out of order, and you got the Oscars behind that. So the Oscars are who? Majority of Hollywood that don't look like him. So it's going to be an impact on him. But I think somebody else in Hollywood is going to do some dumbass shit and they'll forget.
Yeah, they're gonna forget about it, and he already got his Oscar. So it's like I said, Will has accomplished like all the milestones, so he'll be okay. Ain't like he going.
All right, so I saw this earlier, and
I heard it was a good movie. Just didn't care to see it. We talking about King Richard? Or
yeah, you talking about King Richard?
I heard it was good. I really did.
It was good too. It must have been good. The white people gave him an Oscar.
Well, why won't y'all watch it then?
Because I don't want to watch about Serena and her sister.
Okay. Well, what you want to see?
I don't know, but I don't want to see that.
Shayna, why you don't want to see it?
I didn't say I don't want to see it. I just haven't watched it.
Okay. All right. So I've been seeing this online, and this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you about, Shayna. So some of these people talk about this is Illuminati, and this is part of a humiliation ritual.
What?
Yes. This is Illuminati.
So the Illuminati is a sacrifice.
Yeah, this was a humiliation sacrifice.
So when did humiliation become one of the steps?
Yeah, this is new to me. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know.
Now you got me Googling the fucking developmental stages of the Illuminati. Like,
so GT is saying Jada from Park Heights.
Everything into Illuminati. You can't explain
Jada might be from Park Heights. If y'all can confirm Jada's from Park Heights, that makes sense. Jada might be from Park Heights.
Stages, levels.
Okay, so Will Smith, I don't think his career is going to be affected by this. When I say affected, I mean he's still going to make movies. If he wants to make records, he's still going to make records. His Overbrook Entertainment, whatever movies that they put out, they still going to be successful. He's still going to get other awards. And so the people that's outraged about this, some comedians, some people, I think women in general, really black women in general, really resonate with the fact that he stood up for his wife. Right? Shayna, what you think about that, Shayna? He stood up for his wife.
I think it was a combination. I don't even think if it was all standing up for his wife, quite honestly. But okay, we can go with that theory.
You say you can go for that?
I don't know if that was the only thing. I think he reacted to something, and it was a bad decision at the time. It is what it is. I mean, he's not the only person who has done something. It's just he is the highlight right now. Will Smith, you decided to go, and the world could see that you smacked the shit out of Chris Rock.
Garfield said, I don't think we're in our 20s. He's right. We're not in our 20s. So you try to say we passed this type of behavior.
Boy, bye.
But here's the thing. But he's still human. And the crazy part is so many people act like they
They
are so
wouldn't do
perfect.
yes,
You know
and
what
they
I'm saying?
wouldn't do
Like
the same
we
thing.
normal ass people. We normal. Motherfuckers smacking people every day. Like
Yo,
I don't
Every day,
understand.
Shayna,
every day,
did you
every
just say
day,
that? Shayna just said niggas get smacked every day,
every day
B.
for looking at somebody wrong. For looking at somebody wrong, somebody slapping somebody. Come on now.
We
Niggas
can't
get
hold this
smacked every
man to
day.
a yes, he should not have done it. I don't care who you are, absolutely. But okay, it was a mistake. Like, move on. But he's
Yeah.
definitely gonna feel the impact. And he's gonna feel it because
What's the
Hollywood
impact? What are you gonna feel?
people, it's a bandwagon effect. So it's enough people talking about it. Shit is all up and down our timelines. It's on the news every 5 seconds because there's new development. They're gonna have to act. Somebody's gonna have to be the first one to be like, oh, we're gonna either take him off of this or we're gonna take him off of that.
I'm doing this night to act that way. Why is it one with
Follow suit? So it's gonna hurt him for a second.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the thing that bothers me about it is that some people initially it was this y'all gonna go to this white award show and let them people see us acting like this. Like I don't like that energy. Like
I'm from DC. I just like East Baltimore over West Baltimore.
Okay. You wait. Okay. He said he's from DC, but he likes East Baltimore over West Baltimore. Wow. I don't even know how to answer that. Okay, really?
He must got good shocks on his car, cause East Baltimore streets is.
Oh wow! Thank Shayna. Don't make this the last time that you jump on our show. No, she's still there.
I'm about to drop.
I can't believe we got her on the show. Thank you so much.
Walking in and out of my life, Shayna.
Yes. Yes.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Oh wow, that was funny. Okay, so he likes East Baltimore better. Okay. Fields one says turn down Redbone. That's freaking hilarious. Okay. Garfield said, would he smack Jerry Seinfeld? I like that. I'm going to say it depends. So if in the rehearsal he said don't say nothing about Jada, and you say the joke anyway, he said don't say nothing, keep my wife's name out your mouth, and then during the live show or live to tape, he says the joke, does he smack Jerry Seinfeld? I say yes, because
he Will's not in his right
mind. Will's not in his right mind. Normal person wouldn't have done it. 50 Cent wouldn't have done it. And that's somebody that people quote unquote think is gangster. I'm trying to think of another street. Who's another so-called street rapper?
I love Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld is my favorite show.
I say, now Kanye West. Let's say Kanye West. Would Kanye West have smacked somebody over Kim?
Yeah.
I would say yeah. He might smack Pete. Would Will have smacked Pete? Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Kanye would have smacked him and then took the mic.
Oh, GT said that she is from Park Heights. He looked it up. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's believable.
She's Jamaican.
Jada being from Park Heights is believable.
She's Jamaican descent.
Okay.
And she's a Virgo.
Okay. That says a lot.
We got that euphoric love over niggas,
Kanye West and Taylor Swift. Good point. Kanye did run up on the stage on Taylor Swift.
Yes, he did.
So this is really all Kanye's fault. Because he set the precedent, and then now, he took it. Will say, I gotta go further than that.
We said we're not doing no more shows on Kanye. And here you go, you bring this man's name up again.
Phil, I love these comments. Phil's one says it was the right gesture for the wrong woman. Ouch.
Why is she the wrong woman? She's the right woman for Will. She might not be the right woman for you, but she's the right woman. He's saying
she ain't the right one to take a chance for. Because Will Smith going to jail. Let's just hypothetically let's play this out. If Will Smith went to jail, would Jada hold Will down?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, she would have.
No, she wouldn't. No, she would. It was about self-respect and another man disrespecting him. I believe I believe part of that, but I believe that the other trigger, here's the thing, when Will looked over at Jada, if Jada had been laughing, I don't think he goes up and smacks her.
Yeah.
GT Entertainment, let me know about that. If Jada laughs at this joke, Will Smith doesn't get out his chair.
But she wasn't. Her laugh was like, really, motherfucker?
Fields one said, yeah, that is exactly what the expression was. Fields one says, you get no gangster points for knocking out Steve Urkel. Well, here's the thing. He didn't knock him out. He didn't even fall. He braced himself. He took the punch. Chris Rock has been hit in the face before, as you can see. Well, he said it too, but.
Yeah, he braced himself.
Yeah, he did brace himself. You get no points for knocking out Steve Urkel. I mean, a man is a man, right? So, I mean, Steve Urkel might could fight. Steve Urkel might could fight. Katina says she was called names, had a head full of hair at one time that I no longer have. Grow up, Will. Katina, I would love for you to hop on this line. You know what? Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure that you have this link. Katina, I would love for you to come on this call because you don't have to turn your camera on. You can keep your camera off. But you know, you have some interesting takes on this. You know what I'm saying, T? Doesn't she have some interesting takes?
Yeah, and I'm the Smith advocate.
So you believe that he has not done anything wrong?
I would expect my husband to do the same thing. If it hurt me and he seen that I was hurt, I would expect him to handle it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, Virgo's got that euphoric love over these niggas anyway, so if Will is off balance and fall gone, I know why. Katina, leave Will alone.
Okay, yeah. Katina, check your inbox. I just sent you the link. You can hop right on and you don't have to turn your camera on. But I definitely want to hear some of the stuff that you have to say because it is clearly a little bit different from what we are saying. Sean says it
themselves for him. I don't think Will really cares.
Are people going to start distancing themselves from Will? Initially, some. So you're going to have some people that support this. Some black women, not all, but some are going to feel like, you know, I've seen women post, if you're not a man like Will, you're not going to do what Will did, then I don't want you. I've seen women post that. Garfield said if he would have smacked Seinfeld, he'd be in handcuffs. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Now, listen, can you imagine how crazy that would have looked if we saw Will Smith get carried out of the Oscars in handcuffs? That would have been crazy.
Smacking Jerry Seinfeld. That's true.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, he would have been locked, and it would have been on the spot. If he would have had to press charges, they
but
would have
I don't
known he
think
would have.
Seinfeld would have told the joke.
No, Seinfeld would not have told the joke.
You know, his best friend is who's his best friend?
You think Chris is going to press charges about the assault on national TV?
Seinfeld's best friend is Wale.
No, he is not. He is not. I wish you had me. Oh no, Garfield. Let me Garfield. I definitely want you to come over here, Garfield. I'm getting ready to send this link to your inbox, Garfield.
Hey y'all, don't think I'm gonna be on here all night with y'all. I got a whole family to feed.
I know you gotta go. I want it. Garfield, check your inbox.
Garfield, don't come on here talking about my family, the Smiths. And when y'all say people, I think y'all be talking about Caucasian people. When y'all be like, oh, people going to distance themselves away from it. I think y'all talking about the Caucasians. Like, I don't think Will really, I just think Will is at the plateau. Like, he don't really care. He's jiggy. Like,
did you say he's jiggy?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Peacock. Now people who weren't, especially.
Oh, I don't think he's coming on here. Maybe. Oh no, Katina. All right, so we got Katina on here. So I'll bring Katina on. She has a couple of very interesting things to say. Hey, Katina.
Hey.
All right. So what is your take on this? Like, you agree with Will smacking him or you don't?
I have a post on Facebook today about this. And what I said was, if I love a man, I'm going to be able to read him because I've already studied him. I know his highs, I know his lows, I know what's going to set him off, and I know what's going to calm him down. This was the biggest night of his career, and she let him go up there and make a complete ass of himself. Now, I'm not saying that the joke wasn't mark maybe a little bit disrespectful, but I saw G.I. Jane. And the basic storyline of that movie, G.I. Jane was a badass. And this chick with this alopecia is wearing that bald head like the same badass in that movie G.I. Jane. That's how I'm seeing it because I saw the movie. Now, I didn't take offense to it. Now, I don't like, okay, you're giving the backstory from when the producers and they were priming and prepping and all that stuff. Okay, I get that. But we are at the Oscars. It ain't too many of us that have fucking Oscars.
True.
Okay? So right play like if we're in this place, you need to act accordingly. That don't mean go up on stage and smack a motherfucker because you didn't like a joke. Okay? Now, Diamond, we grew up in the same hood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They called me Miss Piggy for the longest time. And you know what the fuck I did? I went home. I told my daddy to take me to best products. Remember that up on White Hill Road?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We went and bought a Miss Piggy poster and I put that bitch on my wall and made her my goddamn mascot. Okay? Because I wasn't gonna let that shit beat me. Also, when I was younger, I had a head full of hair. I'm now 48 years old, and that hair is a long gone memory for me. My hair is short as hell, and I wear it because this is me. If I don't love me, who the fuck else is? And if anybody has anything to say about it, they don't pay my bills. They don't move these commas in my bank account. So mother had them, and you know the rest of the story.
Okay.
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 You know that's just it right there. You know, like we can't like if you gonna be so like I think he should have taken more offense to August Alsina smacking his wife around in his bedroom than he did to that joke on the stage at the Oscars.
To
Where
see,
was that? Where
yeah.
was that energy
Well,
then?
that's an easy explanation there. They are in an open relationship and they
No,
sleep with other people.
no, not in my motherfucking bed. You won't.
Yeah, but that's because you're not in an open relationship.
No,
Right.
But
no, no, no,
the
no.
people that are,
That bed ain't open. He was hurt as shit at that round Red Talk.
he was only hurt that he was have to
Because his
have the
business is out in the
conversation in
street.
public
Yeah.
because this is a long talked about thing. There's a lot of women that Will Smith, is allowed to sleep with, and vice versa. That's why
But
the
they
guy
know
was in
how to
their
keep their
house,
mouth
all that.
closed.
Yeah,
Okay,
he knew about this.
so you
That's why he didn't do
messing up
nothing
on
to him.
here with your son's friend
Yeah.
in your bed. You're 24 years old. She knew damn well that little boy couldn't handle all that and be
Well,
quiet.
that's why he reacted the way he reacted, and all the other guys that she's been with didn't because they were older. But this guy was too young to be playing this kind of game, and he caught feelings. Right? Everybody been in a situation where
Exactly.
somebody caught feelings.
You know, because at 24 years old, he ain't ready for all them squeezes and grabs and shit. He wasn't ready for that.
GT Entertainment said, "Did G.I. Jane cheat on her husband in that movie?" I don't think so. I don't think she cheated on the husband, and neither did Jada. The sleeping with August Alsina is in the rules of their
marriage, and
of
it
their
works
marriage.
for them. And who are weak aren't to judge.
Yeah.
What works for them works for them. Like,
Okay, I mean, if it works for them, it works for them. But
Yeah.
don't come on Red Talk and you crying and shit on Red Talk. You know,
Yeah.
like like the energy is not the same.
Yeah.
You act like you were so upset about that because you didn't want anybody to know that somebody was in Jada's cookie jar.
No,
He
he's
just
just
didn't
mad
want to talk
that
about it in
he don't
public.
want
You
to
know
talk
what I mean?
about it in public. This is something that they've been doing for years, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
closed doors and all
Yeah.
It
this.
wasn't closed doors. We all knew they was in an open marriage.
Would you? Right.
Should
Tina,
I know? Well, I know different things because my lawyer is related to Jada, so I
your lawyer from Park
know.
Heights?
It's a lot of
I
Park
don't
Heights
know. I
lawyers.
don't know where he's from. I don't know where he's from, but I
Uh,
know that they related. So like I know some things, but I need him to be upset about the shit that he need to be upset about.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because
And I got my
honestly,
man Garfield backstage. Um, yeah,
but honestly though, Jada looks good, and I'm not a big Jada fan,
yeah,
but she is rocking the hell out of that haircut.
yeah. It does look very rubbable. You're right. It
And
does.
she's got the perfect
It looks
head shape
rubbable.
for it, and she's got
She said
beautiful
she got the
features.
perfect head shape for it.
Yes,
All right. All
yes.
right. Yeah, because that's true. You're certain women, like you see Amber Rose, and I think she looks really good with short hair.
Yeah,
And
I
I
don't
see her
like
put
Amber
on
with no
wigs. I
wig
don't like
on.
Amber Rose in wigs. I like her with the short hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Katina. A lot of
You
people
welcome.
agree with stuff you're saying, and I definitely gotta have you over here again. Don't make this the last time. Just make it the first time.
I mean,
Yeah.
you will never get me no invites when I do come on the when I'm in the little
All
chat room.
right. Well, no, I know. Okay. Well, you
See,
got it now. So you got it now, and we
I
just gonna
tell
start putting the link in
everybody
the
I
chat so people can
just
jump
start
on.
in my grandfather's basement, scratching on them old ass record players.
I know. I know. All right, Tina. Thank you. That's true too.
Good night, babe.
All right.
Bye, Miss Katina.
My man Garfield over here. That Garfield has a whole lot of
Yeah.
he's doing some grown man talk.
Yeah.
He doing some grown man talk. And so okay, so how did you see this? What did you what's wrong here? You seen people react.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people react. I read a lot of comments. I did a lot of reading over the past few days, and from my perspective, it's just like we were there, to really represent. And for me, as a black culture, they allowed the Oscars to be produced by a black man. That's number one. A lot of people don't know. And number two, a lot of us black people were being celebrated that night. And the whole incident just kind of overshadowed everything, just progressively moving us forward, And for Will Smith, just to have that happen that night, I don't think he was thinking from a holistic perspective of how that really made us look. I mean, the joke was lame as hell to me, for real. And Jada looks beautiful. And for me, Will laughed at first. He laughed about it. So when he took a look at his wife, and I'm like, okay, I didn't really think that he would walk up on stage and hit that man. And as I think about it, the energy it took just to walk that walkway, I'm like, man, what is he really thinking about? And really take his hand and smack that man. And for me, he wouldn't have smacked Jerry Seinfeld. He just wouldn't have. It would have been a whole different issue.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And that's the thing where I'm sitting back listening to a lot of our folk, and I'm saying that's black on black crime right there. Whether you want to look at it as it being him defending his wife, but take it a step further. He a role model. Will Smith has a big presence in Nickelodeon and a lot of these kid shows and a lot of ways we look at him, and a lot of our kids look at him. They look up to him. He's been in movies with his son. So for me, he tarnished his image because he promoted violence. It's a way we do things. We could have, okay, let me pull him up after the show, or hey Chris, from his seat, hey Chris, that's enough of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But physically going up there and smacking him, nah. That set us back, Wayne. That set us back.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with that.
I see the point that you said, Garfield. I understand that, yeah.
Think about what I'm saying. Would he have smacked Jerry Seinfeld? Think about
it. I think in the heat of the moment,
he got locked up right away.
I'm saying, I think he would have just got locked up because
they would have rolled his ass up out of there.
Yeah, but let's not act like he was thinking, because everything that you said is true. You know, he did have a lot to risk and a lot to lose, and if he was thinking, he wouldn't have walked up there and smacked Chris Rock or anybody. But he wasn't thinking. So if it had been Seinfeld, he still would have did it, and he wouldn't have thought about it. He just would have got locked up. And if it had been the wrong black comedian, he might have got punched in his mouth. And they it would have been that. But he wasn't thinking. You know what I mean? Depending on who it was. I think Dave Chappelle might have snuffed him. You know what I mean? But depending on who it is. I think Bernie Mac is hitting him back. I think Earthquake is hitting him back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now,
I feel that.
Like if Daryl Gibbons or a female comedian, would he have smacked it in? Would he have smacked a lady?
Man, it would have. Hey, that would have
been crazy.
Nah.
Jada probably would have went up there and smacked her.
Good point.
You know what I mean? And again, to me, that's tasteless, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It's tasteless.
Sean Mark says that Garfield is right on, is spot on.
Okay, Sean.
Sean agrees with what Garfield's saying. Yeah.
You gotta think it, but you gotta we gotta love each other, man, from a black perspective, because we all we got. I'm saying we still progressively moving the culture, moving the race forward. And all I'm saying is this. I love our females, you know what I'm saying? But from us, we have to ensure that we protect them, but it's the way we protect them. It's a way that we go about doing things. And even on the street, grown men pull other grown men up. Hey, man, let me holler at you for a minute. You know what I mean? And I'm saying when the stakes on the line, when the money on the line, when the bag on the line, all this impacts us as a culture. Will, you know, what were you thinking about, man? You know what I'm saying? You physically went up here and assaulted this man for what? That lame joke Chris said? And the thing about Chris to me, Chris don't have no cut cards with no race of people at all. If you go and listen to his stand-up, Chris have joked presidents, senators. I mean, you can go down the list. So he don't leave no stone unturned. So as a people, we can't sit back and say Chris Rock don't joke white people or any other race, because he does.
Yeah, no, he does. He
does. So that's what really validates, I would say, the whole issue behind the lame being the joke being lame. But number one, was it a joke to the point where I need to go up here and put my hands on this guy? Nah, Chris, that's enough, man. Come on with the Jada jokes, you know what I mean? And just gave him the look. Chris would have respected that, you know, but physically, nah, that was enough for that. And again, it's not protected.
Lady is sick, okay? And he was going off of his emotion that his sick wife is suffering from this disease, and she don't want to be bald by choice. She don't want to be bald.
Okay, let me ask you a question though. And you're a woman, right? You seen me work my whole life, and this is my whole point, right? When do our black women protect us? We work our whole life to get to the mountaintop, right? And it was his night. It was his night to be celebrated. So this man worth what, $250, $300 million?
Yeah.
And he's been working his ass off. You his lady. You know, God made man for women. You know, you see the women see the attacks on us that we don't see.
Right.
So when is it her to recognize as his partner, boy, this is an attack? You know what I'm saying? If I allow him to go forward with this, how is he going to perceive or he going to be looked upon? And again, my husband is a king. Will is a big man in Hollywood. You know, A-list actor. He gets 20 plus a picture. You know, I'm talking about 20 million plus a picture. So from that perspective, he right along the lines of the Sean Connerys and some of the other A-list actors out there for years. in terms of Will being a big boy. So when I say that, he got to have that kind of woman to say, nah, babe, hey, we ain't doing that. We're not right here. We'll pull Chris up after the show. And I guess as a woman, I want to ask you, do you really think that he had to do that at that moment? And him being celebrated his whole life from the time he was a child, ascending to where he was right now?
I think for real.
Answer that for me. As a woman.
I'm at for real, like emotions are very powerful. I think and I think that after that it was done, they probably are thinking the same thing now, Garfield. Like, did we go too far? Should we handle it in a different way? But I really think that it was off of pure emotional being at that point, at that time. Nobody was really being rational or thinking at that moment. He was just going off of emotion.
Okay. And there's a lot of people that's in the cemetery because of that. You know that, right?
I said that earlier.
I see it all the time.
A lot of people in the cemetery.
I see it every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of folk in the cemetery. And I was listening to Ricky Smiley, and I said, man, Ricky making that point, man. It's a lot of people in the cemetery for making emotional, rash decisions and choices in the moment.
And Garfield, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know that he was going up for an Oscar. I don't really do the Oscar. So when everything was going on, I was like, oh, what was it? And then they was like, oh, he won an Oscar. I didn't even really think about like this was his big night, his moment of winning an Oscar. Because I didn't even remember Will even being in this movie, for real. I ain't even going to lie. Yeah. Like, I was like, at the end, I'm like, what did he get the Oscar for? What movie did he do?
King Richard.
Okay,
it was
yeah, King Richard, and that was part of it. Also, actors take a long time to get in the role, and they get in the role, they can't get out the role, right? And Richard Williams is like a badass type person, but he still knew when to do what. Because if he was going around smacking people that was talking about his daughters, we wouldn't even know who they was.
And they talk about them bad.
You know what I mean? So he had to contain himself. So.
Yes.
Yes,
Dad, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And Richard was a perfect example of a man with a temper, but it was passion more so during the time he was trying to get his daughters pushed forward to just get them to be successful in a white dominated sport.
Did you see the movie, Garfield?
I did. It was very motivating to me because what he did, he took his daughters in a grassroots situation to work with them on a Compton tennis court, to just try to get them to have some kind of successful life coming from the ghetto. So for me, I don't see a lot of dads that do that, but this dude had no knowledge of tennis at all, Richard Williams. He read books and he taught his daughters based off of what he was reading and watching TV. So Will Smith did a great job in the movie. And that's what I'm saying, sweetie, for me, it just it's distasteful because it takes away from all the work that this man did to get to this point, and it overshadowed. Because we're not talking about Venus and Serena father, nor the movie, nor
Garfield said it shows his wife has control over him.
Okay,
that's what Alfonso just said.
For me, it's something going on, and I truly believe it. And I don't know if any other person is going to agree with me, but I'm not looking for being agreed upon.
Right.
I think Will Smith, that marriage has run its course. For him, I think it's run its course. I think for him, he has to look at her for who she is and who he is, and just say, we did our 30 years in this marriage, because when you begin to make reckless decisions like that, right?
Yeah.
You hurting yourself, and your self-love is not there any longer.
Yeah.
He said fact.
Because you now have to say to yourself, I have to do what I had to do for this woman to make her feel secure. And number one, a person had to feel secure within himself as an individual first. That's first and foremost. So for him to have to go to those lengths to go up there and put his hands on that man. He in a dark place right now. He's in a very dark place.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
You feel me? You feel me, Diamond? That's what I'm saying. And for me, he got some work to do. And it might involve him leaving the marriage. Because it might not, things expire. You know, we live in a time where everything evolves. So things do have an expiration date on it. Whether it be life.
I don't think that Jada is going to, she's not going to allow him to leave.
Allow him?
What?
What do you mean?
She says she's not allowing him to leave.
Yeah, it is a big check. But, yeah, she should behave differently then.
She says she's never leaving him. She's not going to let him go.
She needs to behave differently because
I agree.
He our kids' role model, our grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's their role model. Will Smith, think about this. He our role model.
He'll snap and kill her, kill himself.
Alfonso is talking crazy. I don't think Will is that far gone. Whereas though
no,
do something like that.
I don't think
mental illness is real though.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is real.
To death
and we see
it. The whole family is weird.
Yeah, GT Entertainment said Will not leaving her either.
Right, the whole family Garfield is just weird.
Yeah, it's really been
a weird family.
Yeah, it's a weird family. If you look at the kids,
Jaden weird.
Look at Willow
weird. She's in Holly more. It's all just weird.
Yeah,
and that's why when Willow was saying that she's in the poly shit, she missed that from her parents because that's what she's saying.
Facts, definitely, and Jaden doing, you know, what I mean, whatever he doing, you know,
the older boy seems to be normal more so than
a different mother. He got a different mother.
Oh, yeah. So the lead. Okay, so there we go.
That's Will's first wife. That's Will's first wife.
Okay, so here we go. If you subtract that from the equation,
the problem is Jada.
There you go.
Man,
come on, sweetie.
Park Heights strikes again.
Come on, sweetie, with all your energy you bringing. Come on.
She might be the main factor in the equation. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That older boy seems to be normal, man.
The older boy's normal. He stay out the way. He jump in the picture when he need to.
Yeah, he seemed like a young Will Smith when he was back in Philly doing summertime raps and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, Garfield, when we was high school, Fresh Prince, he was cool. He seemed just like a regular. Like come from a good family type of situation, and now,
but that girl from Baltimore.
The girl from Baltimore changed everything.
Man, did y'all read the book or did y'all read the articles or did y'all listen to the fact that Will also competing with a ghost, man? The fact that Tupac, he competing with a ghost. He feels
compete with a ghost. Yeah,
he feels that her love for Pop, he could never live up to, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's wrong to be in a marriage like that, where you feel like a ghost you can't compete with. And it's bothering him, and it has bothered him, and he's actually admitted it over the years.
Yeah, well, clearly him jumping up and doing the smack and all this stuff is playing in his mind. You know what I mean? All this stuff is playing in his mind.
I hope that nigga wasn't sitting in that seat like, what would Tupac do? Tupac
Right. You like, Tupac would have bombed first. Hey, I gotta go over here.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know what's on somebody's mind, though. You know? Man, but I hope not, though. I hope it was more or less him making a rash, inconsistent, immature-ass decision on his part. You know what I'm saying? In the moment.
But I just looked at it like, Garfield, of course, like, we at Emerson. And, we just seen, folks, homies get into an argument, you know what I mean? Yeah. You talking, he talking, it go too far, somebody smack, punch, kick, whatever, something. And it's just like that. And then, but we can be cool after that. It just, something happened. Like, I looked at it like that. It just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But like you say, he 53 years old, he a grown man.
Yeah.
You got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what we rounded it out to. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree.
So-
I can live with that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But you brought up some excellent points.
Yes, you did.
Excellent points. Thank you so
You
much,
know we
brother.
on here every Tuesday, late as shit, because Diamond can never be on time. Tune in around. We supposed to come on right Baltimore time, 8:00, because I'm in Texas. So
Okay.
8:30, because this
Yeah.
nigga always late. He been late for the last 11 years.
What time you come on next week, man?
8.
All right, I'll chime in.
15.
All right. Absolutely. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it
All right,
is.
sweetie. Good talking to you, Wayne. Always
All
a
right.
pleasure, Diamond K, man. Love you, man.
Absolutely. Like you, brother.
Ruffle 8:15.
Oh, 8:15. Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.
All right. Man, that was good. That was good. Great conversation there, T. And so we had a lot of different, different viewpoints, and I really appreciate that. But I think at the end of the day,
BT said Jada is delusional. Pac was never with that girl. Ooh.
wow, that's a whole nother conversation.
Alfonso said he was.
Yo, so look, I mean, Jade. Well, I don't know if you saw it. There was a clip of Yo-Yo talking about being with Tupac, and it was just kind of like left field, like what, like Yo-Yo, like yeah. So, but Tupac, all these girls can say whatever,
because he did,
and he can't say we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know.
And he never really talked about any.
Well, he was engaged when he passed away. He was engaged.
Well, to Khadijah, right?
Right.
But that's the only person he like really mentioned.
Yeah, well, she's never done any interviews either.
Everybody else was hoes and bitches.
Well, I don't know. But this has been a very interesting conversation. Sweet Tea, Dobby K, his and her
You
show.
should get a lot of more motherfuckers slapping motherfuckers and.
No, I don't want it. I don't want that. I wish that we didn't have to.
Mad. A lot of people tuned in tonight about.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to have this
violence.
This subject. You know what I mean? I would have much rather us have to talk about something else. But this is what it is. Is this the end of this? Is he going to jail? No. They can take his award? No. At the end of the day, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be good. But I think it was Al that said it. The mental health is real, and his mental health is not where it needs to be.
What happened? Like, why is everybody thinking that he's having a mental breakdown?
Because we're looking at his actions. We're looking at his actions, and you can see this is not normal. This is not what a multi hundreds of thousands of millionaire person supposed to do. This is not how we roll. I'm saying we. This is not how they supposed to roll. Not me. I didn't mean we. This is not how they supposed to roll.
Facts. Alfonso said facts.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. and 8:15. Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna be ready at 8:00, y'all.
Yeah.
7:00 my time, but Alfonso is definitely
It's gonna hurt his career. I don't know. What's gonna ultimately hurt his career? It depends on the next movie.
The curious people that never like Will Smith or follow Will Smith, they're gonna be curious about him and go watch all the stuff that he's put out and go on Peacock and watch Prince of Bel-Air. This King of Bel-Air. Let me watch that, So they're gonna watch all the reruns and stuff like that. So I mean, it can hurt them. It may, and it can. Some things with stuff, it makes you popular and it makes you unpopular. It's just an even balance sometimes. Yeah. Look at Trump.
Wow, there it is. Ending on a terrible note.
By the way, where the fuck is my checks, man? I ain't had a check since he been in there.
There it is. All right. Well, thank you, T. So we'll be back next week. His and her show. Of course, I am the his.
And I am the her, which means I'm 98.98% always right.
Okay. We'll end on that note. At the Diamond K Show, at On Fire Television. What's your social media, T?
Don't do that.
Okay. All right. 8:15. We'll
He
next week.
posted. Adama will post it. Good
Yeah.
night, y'all. I got that Jada juice.